Welcome back to the Crypto Clown World channel. I'm your host with the honks, Jason Bruce. I want to get honking in here and doing a video on Dogecoin. I've had a lot of people asking me about Doge. There's been a lot of people posting about Doge. Should I buy? Should I sell? What should I be doing here? Just to preface this video, nothing that I say here should be taken as financial advice. Please get a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence and research before jumping into any coin, investment, project, or trade, especially at my behest, folks. I just talk about what I'm doing here and what I'm looking at. This is for entertainment purposes only. With that said, if you're new to the channel or if you're not, please honk the like button on your way in. You're going to enjoy this content. Get subscribed to the channel as well. Hit the bell for notifications too, and that way we'll bring you this content in a timely manner going forward. So you can see here, I've got the 1 hour up here for Dogecoin. All right, now this 1 hour consolidation, it's been going on for a little while now since we got that big pump. Okay, that pump came up to about 43.5 cents. I managed to sell around 42 cents. I did reposition myself around 38 cents, thinking that potentially we would see some continuation there. We've continued to see consolidation over that time period. This 1 hour time frame is going to give us a pretty nice key as to what's going on here. So if you take a look at the RSI, this is where the center of the action is at. You can see that you've got this kind of continuation type of a triangle here that's going on. So this needs to hold, this pattern needs to hold, and price action needs to pump out of this in order for bullish continuation to occur. If this pattern breaks down, the next level of support is this 200 MA right here, which is curving up slightly. It's just below 33 cents. Okay, if we're going to see further retracement with this coin, which is possible here, all right, and it's possible based on a few things. It's possible based on this 4 hour, all right, where you have a pretty significant bearish divergence that came in here, where you've got swing up here that's higher on the RSI but lower in price action. And when you swing up higher in price action here, you were not able to make a new high on the RSI, creating a bearish divergence. However, it is possible that right now this consolidation is kind of moving through that, holding the 50 level on the RSI, breaking through that level as we take a look at that spider line. So if this pattern holds, the price has a chance to pump back out of it, but this 21 MA here is holding the price down. You can see this wick up here on the 4 hour. This pattern is a little questionable as well within this triangle too. If you take a look at it here, and we are starting to form this little red candle here, but that doesn't necessarily mean for sure that we're going to dip here. But if you really take a look at this thing, this has some bearish vibes to it. All right, let's just be honest with ourselves. So if we were to see something like that, it could dip down a little further. But the thing about this pattern is it doesn't quite have the defined neckline yet that I normally would look for. It looks just a little bit odd. So we'll see how this continues to develop here. Again, watching this 1 hour time frame is going to be key, as you've got this consolidation occurring here. Really, this is the overhead resistance line, and then you're holding a bullish divergence here. Okay, and that bullish divergence goes back to this area here where you can see you swung down lower on the RSI, but you're a little higher on price action. You swung down a little bit lower here in the price action with these candle closures, but you're a little higher on the RSI. So if this pattern can hold up here, Dogecoin will get continuation. If it can't, realistically, measured move on this would take you down around to this area around 28 cents to 29 cents. take you down to your 0.5 Fibonacci level as well, kind of in confluence with this area here where a little bit of a breakout of that pattern occurred. So there's certainly going to be some support there at that level. And if the market continues to move bullish, a lot of the time 0.5 fib will hold up in traditional financial markets. In cryptocurrency, you'll usually see a further retracement, at least to the golden pocket here, which is between the 0.65 and 0.618 Fibonacci level. That would be around 25 cents. So if that level were to occur, I would look for it right around here. Okay. Probably just south of 25 cents. But there was also this pattern here, right? This sort of a cup and handle, or you could even call it a little triangle, whatever you want to call it. This pattern broke out, so there's definitely some strong support here. And if you look where I'm running this fib from this level here around 14 cents, this would be probably the most likely level for us to see the price land. For some reason, don't have my VRVP up here. Let's get that up. Why am I not getting my VRVP? Okay, TradingView. Let me try something real quick. Failed to execute read on clipboard. Fantastic. Okay, so for whatever reason I can't pull up my VRVP on Doge. I'm sure if I were to be able to pull it up, you would see that there was significant volume around this level. Okay, so I would expect there's a pretty decent chance that price retraces to that level. Sorry, getting a little echo on my mic there. So this is a very, very likely level to see price settle back down to, like around 21 cents. Okay, 20.9 cents. So the idea would be at this point, if you have conviction in Doge and that you think it will go up to further levels, which I do actually in this bull run think it's going to go much higher. And I did put out a video on that. And if you want to see that macro analysis, I'll link to that video below. You can take a look and see that I do think there's much higher targets in mind for Doge, well above $1 and beyond. These would be decent places to continue to reaccumulate if you believe the bull run will continue. So these are the levels that I'm mapping out for Doge here. It's quite possible that we saw, you know, kind of 3 waves set up here. All right, wave 1, 2 down, consolidation. Wave 3 up, which typically the wave 3 is going to be the longest wave. You can see here it's, you know, significantly longer than the others. And short consolidation here on wave 4 and back up again. So the idea being, at the very least, you would need like an ABC. Which can even play out like that. But could also play out like that after a failed consolidation here. Okay. So that's a potential. And again, these are the levels that you want to watch. If we see a dump in the market, or, you know, some retracement in Bitcoin, which Bitcoin's going to ultimately decide what happens here. If Bitcoin holds up in its consolidation above 90K, Dogecoin's likely to hold up in this consolidation and break out. But if we see retracement to say 80K, 77K, there's a significant CME gap at the 77K level, then I would expect the larger retrace to take place for Dogecoin. And if we take a look again at the 4-hour, you can see these moving averages are really far apart. So this 200 MA would be significant support here, and with these moving averages curving up just a little bit, a wick down to that right around this 786 fib, it just seems very, very possible. I don't believe it's likely that we'll retest the 200 daily or the 200 weekly again. I believe this was the breakout and retest of that here, and we will not see that for the duration of the bull run again. However, if I'm wrong and you know, run your fib a little bit deeper to that level, you know, a wick down to there is possible. I just think that's way too bearish to think about at this point. So I'll be open-minded to those scenarios. I just don't think it's likely. All right. So kind of absolute worst case scenario, I would say, for Dogecoin is going to be around 20 to 21 cents to reaccumulate. If there's a larger dip in the market, I would say that's less probable at this point. Okay. Less probable. So important levels at this point for Doge, you know, above the levels that we just hit here. If you see this consolidation, the next move up, you know, 72, 73 cents area is the previous all-time high. So you really have to break that to get into price discovery and establish it as support. So I don't think it's too important to talk about that on this video right now, because we're just not at that point. We have to see where this consolidation takes us. So one day at a time. If you didn't get in early, which I just want to show you here, folks, and you can link to the video again. Okay, flipping back out to the daily chart. This is where I was buying Dogecoin. Bought some more in here. Okay, so I was buying at 5 cents, 6 cents, 7 cents, 8 cents, all in this area. All in this area without prejudice, because I knew that we were going to end up here and higher. Okay. Dogecoin is an oscillator. It acts as an oscillator in this market. So when Bitcoin pumps and creates a new all-time high, it's time for Dogecoin to start pumping. And I'm going to give you a little bit more here, and then we're going to end this video. And I'm going to show you why I believe the continuation is likely here. Even if we do see some retracement in the short term, it'll be totally fine based on what I'm about to show you here. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna take a look at a little history. All right, and if we take a look at what Dogecoin did previously, and this was back in 2020 and leading up to 2021 when it peaked at that 70-something cents level. Okay, and it gave you the indicator to get out of the market at that time. Gave you that nice bearish divergence, okay, which we're not seeing anything like that yet here. So I want you to understand that we're making higher highs on the RSI. Okay, there's nothing here that we have to worry about. These are local higher highs on the RSI. There's no bearish divergence in relation to these levels previously. This just looks like really, really solid consolidation to me at this point. So what we're really looking for right now is how this action here is sort of mirroring this last pump. All right, so if you take a look here, we had the panic bottom in 2020 around the event, shall we call it, because I don't want to get another strike on my channel. I don't even want to say the word at this point, the C word, right? Plenty of C words, but I'm sure you can think of it, 5-letter word. All right. You take a look here, there was sort of this dip down, and then there was a reaction. There was a reactionary rally and consolidation. And this is all based around the 200 weekly and the 21 MA on the 5-day chart. Okay, so this yellow line and this white line. All right, and you can see all the moving averages got tight in here, and that always denotes when you're going to get a breakout. You can see here moving averages got tight, moving averages got tight, everything breaks out. But really what I'm looking at here is we had dip, move up, consolidation, breakout. Okay, now what I'm seeing here is very, very similar. Okay, it's very, very similar. Dip, move up, consolidation, breakout. Okay, it's right there. It's right there. So realistically, what we need to look for right now is something like this type of action here, because this is the move I believe that we just made. So there may be some retracement, some dip back down before we come back up to this 21 MA. This 21 MA is where you're going to find support. Okay, if there's any breakdown of that on the 5-day, it's going to get pretty ugly. All right, but if we look at this, how it consolidated before, you know, we're just into the first 5-day candle. There were 4 5-day candles printed here before you were able to meet the 21 MA and break out again. So I would say you're looking at probably at least 3 more weeks before this thing can pump again. So maybe at the end of the year you'll get a Christmas rally with Doge. Maybe. It may need further consolidation. All right. This may have to act as like a larger cup and handle. Before we get significant movement. And you could, you know, potentially see something like that. That'd take you up to around $3.33, $3.34, somewhere in that area. Okay, timeline is not necessarily accurate. All right, I would look for that to occur somewhere around next summer, if it's going to happen. All right. Now there is a bearish case I'm not going to go too far into, but I did take profit and decide to reaccumulate a little bit, just based on the fact that this pumped up to the 786 fib. So I'll just give you that TA here real quick. If you go from the previous bottom to the previous top, you can see here it bumped exactly up to the 786 fib. I don't make this stuff up, folks. Okay, I don't make this stuff up. It just is what it is. So yeah, that's where we're at, and I believe that's where we're going and higher. So I think this is our price target right here, just north of this 1.618 fib. And I believe they're going to clown the market here, and they want this thing to land right on $4.20. Okay, that's what I'm looking for Doge. All right, now there are higher price targets technically that I have outlined. You can see those again in the video that I'm linking down below. I don't want to keep going on this video too long, but I did want to address this coin because people have been asking about it. I'm going to do a few videos on a few other coins as well. So if you like what you saw in this video, please honk the like button on your way out. If you didn't for any reason on the way in, get subscribed to the channel, hit the bell for notifications too. I really do appreciate you folks. Take care. Much love. God bless. We're going to see you soon.